Today we are going to talk about savage and civilization. The distinction between the savage and civilized is not merely a linguistic observation, but a foundational construct of Western imperial thought. This video examines how this dichotomy was forged, utilized, and critiqued within the post-colonial framework. If we talk about the origin, the etymologies of the empire, the literary origins of this dichotomy are traceable to Homer Odyssey, yet its modern power resides in its evolution in 1588. The Oxford English Dictionary defined uncivilized as passive state of being. However, by 1601, civilizing transitioned into an active verb, a process of enlightening or refining that served as a direct justification for the conquering. Then we have the savage as services. As Marina argued in 1990, the term savage performs a vital service for the Eurocentric epistemologies. It is a mechanism, not a possessive descriptor, providing the moral and logical foundation required to rationalize the seizure of land and resources. Then the vocabulary of othering. This ideology is maintained through a specific vocabulary of othering by using terms such as primitive, tribal, or developing. The Western established itself as the invisible, unseated norm. The periphery is thus specially categorized as inferior, deviant, and natural subject to the rule. Then the Achebe critique the African foil. Chano Achebe in 1988 critique of the Joseph Conrad Heart of Darkness further exposed this dynamic. Achebe argues that Africa is utilized not as real geographic location but as a manufactured darkness, a valuable backdrop designed to make the West luxury light and superiority visible. The psychological map. This hierarchy extends to the human psyche. Freud's psychoanalytic map mirrors the colonial globe. The superego act as a civilizing force, imposing rules from the above, while the id or libido represent primitive and untamed argued lurking below. Then the savage ebbs. Consequently, Western identity is experienced as a fragile winner of civilization. It is a precious surface layer characterized by an underlying anxiety that savage ebbs is waiting to swallow the civilized self. In the last, if we talk about the conclusion, in conclusion, the civilized self and the savage other are not independent realities. They exist in a dependent dialect where a Western identity is structurally incapable of existing without the very other it created to confirm its own superiority.